Usually when I delete the video, it leads to a lot of speculations. Did I get BTFO'd in the comment section? Did anything happen? Then the answer is yes. Yes, something happened. Apparently, I got a copyright claim. Apparently, the people who made the Jordan Peterson video are doing maximum damage control right now. The video is going viral on the internet. A lot of people didn't appreciate what Jordan Peterson did. And this is one of the major examples. Like, he is debating this kid. And at one point in the debate, the kid says, well, you're a Christian. And Jordan Peterson goes like, well, when did I say I'm a Christian? And the kid looks bewildered, and he says, well, if you're not a Christian, then what the fuck are you doing at this debate? You're in the wrong video. And this is where Jordan Peterson loses his calm and tells the kid to, okay, I'm done. I'm not debating him, right? Now, I would show you this, but again, copyright issues. And so when you first see the video, you think that the kid is being an asshole, but then you look at the title, and it's like one Christian versus 20 atheists. Like, this is the debate. If you're going to get one Christian versus 20 atheists, why would you get Jordan Peterson, who doesn't admit that he is a Christian, constantly pussyfoots around the issue? Like, when you join that debate, it is a given by the standard of the debate that you must be a Christian. Otherwise, don't agree to the debate, right? And so when I say they're doing damage control, well, they did now change the title into Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists surrounded. So they got a lot of criticism. Now, I gotta say, maybe this is not Jordan Peterson's fault. Like, maybe he was invited to the Jubilee and he was just being told, you're going to debate 20 atheists. And so the person that's editing the video realized that they done goofed. And this is why you got my response from the previous video, because I automatically assumed that Jordan Peterson knows what the topic of the debate is. And then why is he pussyfooting around the issue and throwing word salads and doing everything, right? That's just bizarre. It's like, just assume the premise, right? Like, if you go to a debate where you're one Christian versus 20 atheists, you just assume, yeah, I'm a Christian, and defend your position. Don't pussyfoot around the issue. Don't do word salads. Don't use intimidating body language to confuse the other people. And so the previous video is taken down due to copyright. Yeah, like they don't want you to show clips of this anymore. It's got 2 million views right now on the internet. And so since I made the clarification, I guess I could still talk about something interesting that I noticed in the comment section of the previous video. Now, I don't do this quite often, and I may even get in trouble for doing it, but I'm actually going to respond to a very interesting comment that I got from yesterday's video, which I consider to be the worst debate for Jordan Peterson. People disagree. If you think he has a worse debate than this, feel free to send me the footage on Twitter, and I'll analyze those as well. But like, out of all the debates, I think that this one is the worst. Still, as I mentioned before, I do read the comments, and I found this one to be particularly interesting. And it's from a from a subscriber, which says, are you really going to tell your kids it is okay to lie? Because that is exactly how the trans movement got a lot of kids on their side. You have no idea what happened here, do you? And so, this is where you're being placed on the spot, right? Like, I don't think he's actually interested in how I run my family. Like, he's not going to call me on Christmas and ask me how I'm doing. How is the kid? Is he healthy? Do I need some money, right? Like, this is not what I believe a concerned subscriber about the relationship between me and my family, or that he is invested in Romania's future, one Romanian family at a time. I think that this is like placing you on the spot in where you have to say the correct things, right? Like unless you speak the speech and pretend that you're a moral, decent person, you become a disgusting person, a disturbing person. Like, we do not tolerate people like that. We unsubscribe, we move away, right? And so, unfortunately, I don't believe in lying, and I believe in honesty. And I will say that, yes, I will absolutely teach my son to lie. Not when he is young, not at 5 years old, not at 6 years old, but when he is 16, I will absolutely, unironically, teach him to lie. Because there are situations in life where you have to lie. For example, let's say that I get sick. I feel really bad. I got a really bad stomach ache. And my wife sees me and she asks me if I'm okay. I will absolutely lie in that situation. Why? Because I don't want to worry her. Why? Because, okay, she knows that I have a stomach ache. What can she do about it? Give me an enema? No, right? So, as a man, it is my duty to make sure that my wife is happy and content. And unless it's something that she can help me with, I will lie. Yeah, about my health. I will not tell her I got a bellyache because what can she do about it? Like, let's say there's an emergency. I managed to cut myself while cooking. And I need her to help me by calling 911, right? And have an ambulance coming over because the gash is really big. I need stitches, right? Yeah, I will tell her, right? So I do believe in things called context, nuance, situation, reason why you do it. I don't believe in these moral abstracts like a rigid rule of do's and don'ts and under any circumstances do not do this. As if life is a mathematical equation that everything is rigid. There is no nuance. In fact, in Eastern Europe, we have fables like the tree and the blade of grass. Like the tree is rigid, strong, with deep roots, and is bragging to the blade of grass that no wind can knock him over. And then a hurricane comes up, and the tree gets uprooted while the blade of grass just bends with the wind. And then the blade of grass survives, right? We do not believe in Eastern Europe in this mentality. Like, no, under no circumstances would you ever. When we hear a person saying that, we think that you're a liar. Automatically, because we do not know any person in our life that behaves like that. Like, seriously, if you guys know a single individual in your life that never lies under any circumstance, please introduce him to me. I want to talk to that man. I'm not even kidding, right? When else would I tell my son to lie? On social media, 100%. He needs to have a social media account that's for business, that's clean, no edgy jokes, no nothing, right? That's the recruitment social media page. And on social media where he can be a cheeky little shit and post edgy shit and memes and whatever the fuck he's going to do, right? Yeah, I'm going to teach him that. Is that lying? Absolutely. He's being deceitful. You know, if at a job interview he is being asked, are you being a cheeky little shit on the internet? Are you being an edgelord? Of course he has to say no. In what universe, in what world would you think that you need to go to an interview, a job interview, and be 100% honest? Oh yeah, I go on the internet, I browse hentai, I'm into Mexican cartel execution videos. Do you guys actually try to at least describe human beings when you're saying, like, again, we're talking about lying, right? But we can pretend, sure, you know, like I can say, yeah, I never lie. Of course, I'll tell my kid that lying under any circumstance is not okay. I never commit any sin whatsoever. I'm like Jesus Christ. I never get involved in any controversy. I never do any bad things. Is this how we pretend in society, right? Or can we have a more honest society where people admit that they have failures and they have faults because they're human beings? Or are we LARPing? Because if you want me to LARP, I can LARP. Like, that's fine. I can be like a CNN anchor. That's fine. You know, CNN anchors, they have no controversy, no baggage, no problems. Right? I can be like that if you guys want. I can come in with a suit and a tie, very presentable, just tell you what you want to hear, you know, of course, and then I can demean other people just to show how moral I am, right? Like, I must be a good guy if I'm demeaning others. No, I just find this entire mindset puzzling. This is why I made the video, because I'm genuinely curious, like, do people actually think this way? Like, you're not going to tell your kid to lie on a resume? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How is he going to get a job? Everyone lies on the resume. In fact, the fucking company lies to you. You know, like when you have the corporate family and we care about you and the HR lady gives you an entire fucking presentation. Is that not lying? Right? So like when you write a resume, are you going to be honest about the 2-year job gap? Or are you going to say, no, I was a government contractor and I'm under an NDA. I can't talk about those 2 years. Well, you know, like maybe this is why problems happen. Maybe people are too honest, right? Like good people are too honest. You don't get in positions of leadership. You don't know how to fucking massage a resume like everyone else does. And so bad people manage to get on top. And then you're like, but I'm a good person. Why do bad things happen? Well, because you don't play the game. Like, I'm sorry, the meta is what the meta is. Ask any person in a position of power if they didn't massage their resume, and you'll find out that most of them overwhelmingly did. But apparently we can't talk about this, right? We gotta pretend in order to protect the people that did massage their resume. Because if we all pretend that we're virtuous, and we all pretend that, we bank on the fact that other people don't know how the game is played. And so the biggest issue that I'm having, and I'm actually shocked that this is happening, is that people don't understand nuance anymore. People are in the extremes. Either you think that it's not okay to lie, so you're not supposed to lie ever, under any circumstance, no justification, or you think lying is fine, but then you must lie all the time. For any reason, right? Like, no, both extremes are retarded. Like, I'm sorry, they are, right? Like, if you're going through life lying to every single person, branding your name as a liar and a deceiver, eventually you're going to end up with people alienating you, people not wanting to talk with you. But you have to read the room. Like, there is no cheat code. There is no mathematical equation for, like, how many lies are acceptable and how many lies aren't. You just gotta know people, understand the culture you're in, and know certain things. If everyone lies on their resume, then yeah, it's okay to lie on a resume. You know, don't fucking lie on your tax returns, for instance, right? Like, other people that try to lie on their tax returns, well, they get punishment. You know, lying to protect a loved one, that's okay. Lying to mislead a loved one, lying to cause emotional damage, lying to hurt someone, okay? That's a different thing. Why is it that all of a sudden, like, we are pretending that we're creating a new culture that's actually sustainable? Like no one in human history actually thought like this. There's only two differences: pretending that this is normal, even though it's not, or being honest and saying, no, like, there are situations where people lie, like, obviously. This idea, it's like, and this idea, like, oh, you if you lie, you're not a Christian. I don't think you have to be Jesus Christ himself in order to be a Christian. Like, if lying means that you're not a Christian, then heaven is pretty fucking empty, isn't it? Again, I'm not saying that you need to go through life lying all the time, but read the fucking room. And the idea that, if we lie, this is how you get trans kids. How did you come to that logic? Like, I would like to see the flow chart, how you came to the conclusion. Because as far as I know, people have lied since before Jesus Christ came on earth. Like, even in the Bible, you see people lying, right? So lying is pretty ancient. They didn't have trans kids in the Bible, did they, right? So, like, for thousands of years, people kept lying. That didn't happen. I don't know, all of a sudden it did, right? Is it just because of lying? Like, maybe you should account for other factors as well. And again, you know, every person that tells me they don't lie, they're lying when they're saying this. Yes, like probatio ad diabolica. I do not believe that you do not lie. There is no such human being. In fact, there is even a movie, The Man Who Doesn't Lie, because it would be so preposterous, so absurd, in order to think that there is such a human that doesn't lie, ever. There are justifications, there is context, and there's also the thing that people sometimes fuck up, or sometimes people do bad things knowing, but we don't hold it on them for eternity, right? Like, you don't say, oh, like back in 1942, that man made a lie. Like, you can't associate with him. Give me a fucking break, you know? Like, it matters. What about the rest of his personality? Did he ever do any good deeds? Never. Does he have anything we can learn from him? Like, is the lie that defines him as the entire aspect of his personality? Again, critical thinking has gone out the window. Like, this is what concerns me the most. It's the idea of being part of an ideology that's 100% absolute. You know, he said a racist joke once. He's a racist forever, for all eternity. From now until the end of time, he said the N-word, and therefore, yeah, like, his entire personality is defined by that moment. A person can never change, you know? A person can't do bad things. I need to pretend that I never do any bad things, that I am always 100% great and amazing. I don't know. I don't think this creates a good society. I genuinely don't. And I gotta say, I guess this is an internet thing. But like outside of the internet, here in Eastern Europe, most people don't think like that. People in China don't think like that. People in Bollywood and India don't think like that. People in Japan don't think like this. Most cultures that I know do not think in these moral absolutes. Like, sure, you know, in theory, in ideology, okay, but in the real world, in pragmatism, People believe in context, nuance, situational awareness, intention, reason. In fact, the law itself is structured based on that, right? Like when someone commits a crime, you don't have Judge Dredd coming in there and automatically sentencing them. No, they go to a trial, and the trial is based on the individual person, the crime that they committed, and even the crime has like a punishment between such and such. You know, between this amount of fine and that amount of fine, between this amount of years and that amount of years. Everything is complex. Why are we oversimplifying it like we're some tribalistic animals that cannot understand complex issues and must reduce everything to their bare bones? Let me know what you think. And as usual, I do read the comment section. Take care.